Once upon a time, in a small, quiet town, there lived a kind man named Arthur. He ran a little corner store, and his whole world was his only son, Alex. Arthur protected Alex from all the hardships of life, wanting nothing more than for his son to have a simple, happy existence. But life, as we know, has a way of changing everything. One day, Arthur was gone. Alex was left with a store that was losing money and a life that felt completely empty. He was a capable young man, but he had never been taught how to run a business. With no family or friends to turn to, he made a difficult decision. He sold the store and packed his bags, setting off for a new, bustling city. He heard about a place filled with people, so caught up in their own lives they were, well, a little naive. Alex was determined to use this to his advantage. He would find a way to start over. After a long journey, Alex arrived in the city. The noise, the crowds, the energy, it was all a little much. He quickly realized his small amount of money wouldn't be enough to start a traditional business. He sat on a bench, head in his hands, wondering what to do. Then, an idea sparked in his mind, a strange, bold, and entirely unique idea. Alex was a man of firm belief. The ridicule didn't faze him in the slightest. He just kept calling out, day after day, until the townspeople started talking about him. They'd say, "Have you heard about the wisdom merchant in the market? He's a real character." Even though it was a joke, the people's curiosity was piqued. Now, in that city lived a rich man, a true tightwad. His son, Ethan, was kind-hearted but not the brightest bulb in the box. Ethan's father had told him he needed to cultivate wisdom. So when Ethan saw Alex's sign, he stopped, intrigued. Ethan thought for a moment, worried about his father's temper. He carefully pulled out a single dollar bill. Okay, just $1's worth of wisdom. Alex takes the dollar, and on a small piece of paper, he writes something. He hands it to Ethan. "Here you are. $1 worth of wisdom." Ethan eagerly takes the paper, glances at it, and rushes home. The on-screen text shows what is written on the paper. "It is unwise to stand and watch when two people are arguing." Furious, the old man stormed back to Alex's shop, demanding his money back. Alex, however, was ready. He calmly explained that he was simply exchanging the paper for the money. The old man, still angry, threw the paper back at Alex, took his dollar, and left. He felt like he had won, but he was about to learn a hard lesson about what you can and can't buy. A few days later, the two head servants of the city's mayor were in the marketplace, fighting. A delicious-looking watermelon was at the center of their quarrel. Ethan was walking by, and just as he was about to stop and watch, he remembered the wisdom he'd sold back to Alex. He decided to keep walking, but it was too late. The women, desperate for a witness, saw him. They dragged him to the mayor's office. The old man and Ethan went back to Alex's shop. "Please, we need your help. The mayor wants my son's testimony. We'll be ruined." "Alex, I can give you advice, but my wisdom is far more expensive now. This will cost you $10. The father, with no other choice, reluctantly pays. Alex whispers his final piece of wisdom. "Alex, when the time is right, go to the mayor and tell him the absolute truth." The old man and Ethan were stunned. tell the truth, after all this, they were confused, but they trusted Alex. They waited for 2 long months. Finally, they saw their chance. They went to the mayor's office and told him everything. The mayor, instead of being angry, was impressed. He commended their cleverness and pardoned them completely. He was even more impressed with the merchant who had given them this brilliant advice. Alex, I have heard all about you. I have seen how your wisdom has solved a difficult problem. Will you sell me a piece of your wisdom? Your Honor, the price for my wisdom is now at its peak. It will cost you $20,000. The mayor, without hesitation, pays the enormous sum. Alex takes a piece of fine paper and writes on it. The mayor looks at the paper, smiles, and places it on his nightstand. He looks at it every day. A few weeks later, the mayor fell ill. His deputy mayor, a greedy and ambitious man, saw his chance. He bribed the city doctor to prepare a dose of poison, telling him to present it as a cure. The doctor, pale and nervous, approached the mayor's bedside. Doctor, Your Honor, this special medicine will cure you immediately. The mayor looks at the cup. He is about to drink, but then his eyes fall on the paper on his nightstand. The music becomes tense and dramatic. He stopped. Alex's wisdom echoed in his mind. Never act without thinking and reflecting carefully. He looked at the medicine, then at the doctor. The doctor's hands were shaking. His face was ghostly white. The mayor knew. He ordered the doctor to confess. The doctor broke down, revealing the entire plot. The mayor, now furious but safe, summoned his deputy. Mayor, I am feeling much better, he said calmly, but you look a little under the weather, my friend. The doctor has prepared this medicine for you. Drink up. The deputy mayor's face goes white. He immediately falls to his knees, begging for forgiveness. The mayor's guards arrest both him and the doctor. The mayor, saved by a simple piece of paper, appointed Alex as his new, trusted advisor. And so, the man who sold wisdom not only proved its value, but saved a city from a treacherous plot. What's the best piece of wisdom you've ever received? Let us know in the comments below. And if you were inspired by this story, give us a like and subscribe for more.